Have you ever wondered what lurks in the shadows of our oldest stories? From the deepest oceans to the highest mountains, ancient myths are filled with creatures that defy imagination. Today, we are diving into the world of legend to uncover 10 of the most shocking and bizarre beings ever conceived by the human mind. Get ready, because some of these will seriously blow you away. Let's start our journey in ancient Greece with the Hydra. This wasn't just any snake. The Lernaean Hydra was a monstrous water serpent with multiple heads, and for every head that was chopped off, 2 more would grow back in its place. To make things even worse, its breath and blood were pure poison. It took the legendary hero Heracles, with a little help from his nephew Iolaus, to finally defeat this regenerating nightmare. They had to burn the neck stumps with a torch after cutting off each head to stop them from growing back. Imagine facing something that just gets stronger the more you fight it. Next, we travel to Japan to meet the Kappa. At first glance, you might think they're just strange turtle-like humanoids hanging out by the river. But don't be fooled. Kappa are notorious tricksters and are said to be incredibly dangerous. They have a dish-like depression on their head that holds water, which is the source of their power. If you ever encounter one, the best way to defeat it is to bow deeply. Being polite, the Kappa will bow back, spilling the water from its head and becoming helpless. But they were also known for much darker deeds, like pulling people and animals into the water to drown them. They have a strange obsession with cucumbers, though, so maybe keep one handy just in case. Now let's head to the Philippines to confront the Manananggal. This creature appears to be a beautiful woman by day, but at night, she transforms into something truly terrifying. Her upper torso detaches from her lower body and sprouts giant bat-like wings, flying off into the darkness in search of prey. The Manananggal uses its long, proboscis-like tongue to feed on the hearts of sleeping pregnant women's unborn children. The only way to kill it is to find its abandoned lower half and sprinkle it with salt or crushed garlic. It's a gruesome and horrifying legend that reflects deep-seated fears about childbirth and vulnerability. From the forests of North America comes a creature born of starvation and desperation, the Wendigo. According to Algonquian folklore, a Wendigo is a malevolent, cannibalistic spirit. It can be created when a human resorts to eating another person to survive. This act transforms them into a gaunt, emaciated monster, constantly hungry for human flesh. They are said to be impossibly fast and strong, able to mimic human voices to lure their victims into the woods. The Wendigo is more than just a monster. It's a cautionary tale, a powerful symbol against greed and excess, and a terrifying reminder of what can happen when humanity is lost. Let's sail to the cold waters of Scandinavia and meet the Kraken. We've all heard of it, but the original tales are even more frightening than you might think. Described as a sea monster of gigantic size, said to dwell off the coasts of Norway and Greenland, the Kraken was the terror of sailors. It was so huge that its body was often mistaken for an island. When it rose from the depths, it could create massive whirlpools capable of pulling entire ships down to the abyss. And if that wasn't enough, its giant tentacles could easily wrap around a vessel and crush it into splinters. The Kraken represents the ultimate fear of the unknown deep, a place where humanity is powerless against nature's might. Returning to Greek mythology, we find the Chimera. This creature is the original mashup monster. It was a fire-breathing hybrid, typically depicted with the head and body of a lion, a goat's head rising from its back, and a tail that ended in a serpent's head. It was a formidable beast, a daughter of Typhon and Echidna, 2 of the most monstrous figures in Greek myth. The Chimera was a symbol of chaos and unnatural creation, a single being combining 3 deadly animals. The hero Bellerophon, riding the winged horse Pegasus, was the one who finally managed to slay this bizarre and deadly creature. Now, let's venture into the folklore of Australia to learn about the Bunyip. This legendary creature is said to lurk in swamps, billabongs, and riverbeds. Descriptions vary wildly, which only adds to its mystery. Some say it has a dog-like face, a horse's tail, and flippers. Others describe it as being like a giant starfish. What most stories agree on is its terrifying, bellowing cry that echoes through the night. The Bunyip is a nocturnal creature, preying on anything that dares to venture too close to the water's edge after dark, especially women and children. Its name is thought to mean devil or evil spirit in an Aboriginal language, and it has been a part of Australian folklore for centuries. Our eighth creature takes us to the mythology of the ancient Near East, the griffin. This majestic beast had the body, tail, and back legs of a lion, and the head, wings, and talons of an eagle. As the lion was considered the king of the beasts and the eagle the king of the birds, the griffin was thought to be an especially powerful and noble creature. They were known as guardians of treasure and priceless possessions. Griffins were said to build their nests from gold and lay agate eggs. They were incredibly wise and fiercely protective, making them the ultimate security guards of the ancient world. They are a symbol of divine power and a guardian of the sacred. Next up, we have a monster from Slavic folklore, the Baba Yaga. She is not your typical fairy tale witch. Baba Yaga is a supernatural being who appears as a ferocious-looking old woman. She lives in a hut that stands on chicken legs, allowing it to move around on its own. She doesn't ride a broomstick. Instead, she flies around in a mortar, using the pestle as a rudder and sweeping away her tracks with a broom. Baba Yaga can be a villain, a helper, or something in between. She is unpredictable, and her motives are often unclear. She represents the wild, untamable forces of nature, a figure of both fear and wisdom who tests the resolve of heroes who seek her out. Finally, we journey to Central America to face the Camazotz, the death bat of Mayan mythology. This terrifying creature inhabited a cave called the House of Bats in the Mayan underworld, Xibalba. The Camazotz were described as having the bodies of humans and the heads and wings of bats, with razor-sharp snouts. They were servants of the lords of the underworld and were known for their deadly role in the trials faced by the hero twins Hunahpu and Xbalanque. In one famous story, a Camazotz decapitates Hunahpu. These weren't just giant bats. They were intelligent, malevolent beings, embodiments of darkness, death, and sacrifice. From regenerating hydras to flying half-women, these creatures showed just how creative and dark ancient imaginations could be. Each monster tells us something about the culture that dreamed it up, their fears, their values, and their understanding of the world. Which of these creatures do you find the most shocking? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the mythical unknown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. See you next time.